Howdy, I'm Hubert Townsend from Casper, Wyoming. I always tell my students I'm going to be using an outline, not only because I have CRS, but I don't want to cheat you out of anything. So my experience and training. I started out on the Quantico High School rifle team with the .22 rifle, back when you could take your rifle and put it in the principal's office during the school hours. In 1972, after I graduated from the University of Wyoming, Uncle Sam had a job waiting for me. He drafted me into the Marine Corps. I spent 3 years there learning solid fundamentals of marksmanship and teaching the .45 caliber pistol. Later on, I joined the Wyoming Army National Guard and shot for their rifle, pistol, and machine gun teams, and especially enjoyed shooting the national match high power M14, shooting out to 600 yards, and had great coaches on the All-Army team. A couple years later, the Army Reserve International Combat Team offered me more guns and more ammo, so being the gun slut that I am, I've been shooting for them since the year 2000. My best accomplishment? Well, I've always wanted a world title, and it only took me 20 years, but doggone, I got it about 3 years ago at the international match. Myself and three of my reserve members won the unknown distance match, where you're shooting silhouette targets from 100 to 600 yards. We actually smoked all the other teams, the Brits, the Aussies, the Norwegians. Yeah, the Italians don't count, but hey, they're fun anyway. But that's my favorite accomplishment of all the matches I've competed in. Why do we shoot? I have asked myself that question. Why have I invested all this time and energy and love and passion? Well, actually, because it's a religious experience. It really is a Zen thing. When a shooter breaks a gnat's ass good shot, he knows it's going into that X-ring. It's the same way that a free throw shooter, as soon as it leaves his hand, he knows the free throw shot's going to be good. And actually, scientists have proven this with brain experiments where a master marksman, when he breaks that shot right in the X-ring, his brain waves actually go alpha, the meditative state, hence the religious experience. That's why I shoot. A heck of an addiction. Some of my other interests, a lot of sports. I love bicycling on my recumbent bicycle, softball, A-League racquetball 1 to 3 times a week depending upon the season. And my all-time passion during the summer is getting my 2 dogs out and going prairie rat shooting and tromping up and down the state of Wyoming through the sagebrush, the heat, the cactus, it doesn't matter. I love going out prairie rat shooting with my 2 beloved yellow Labrador dogs. Describe myself, had 59 years and a heck of a lot of different life experiences. I was a Marine officer for 3 years, Army and Reserve, 3 deployments out of the last 6. I was a ranch hand. Oh, that's a tough job. Nothing romantic about that. Worked out in the oil patch. I was a nurse for quite a few years, correctionals and nursing homes, the 2 toughest nursing assignments. Boy, there's a brilliant career choice. But anyway, I like that. And my most rewarding life experience was teaching school at the South Carolina School for the Deaf, where I learned to get the hay down to where the cows can get it. And I love their phrase, "I'll learn ya." And I've been doing a lot of "I'll learn yas" since my deaf school days. Competitiveness. Yeah, when I was young, dumb, and full of stupidity, I was extremely competitive. But one day I learned from an old experienced shooter that we actually only compete against ourselves. So yes, Hubert can be humble. If somebody beats me at a match, I go to them and I ask them, "What did you do? How did you do this? You know, help me get from this level to this level." And in the shooting community, you'll find that most of your really good shooters are more than happy to help the newbies. I certainly am, and in my military and my civilian career, I'm now running the Straight Shooters firearms business. We're more than happy to help out. So that's my time. I hope I've answered all your questions, and thank you for your consideration.